Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Amma ba'du. Then we have here the Nawaqid-ul-Islam. Nawaqid-ul-Islam. مظاهرات المشركين ومعاونتهم على المسلمين. والدليل قوله تعالى: ومن يتولاهم منكم فإنه منهم إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. مظاهرات ومعاونات they are basically the same meaning to assist and to help, to aid. One could be to aid them privately, one to aid them openly, one could be, they have a different shade, of course. There's no true synonym in Arabic. However, the gist of it, mudaharat al-mushrikeen, from dhahara, meaning to want to make them uppermost. As we say, dhahara, like dhuhr, when the sun is at its uppermost part, right? The dhahar is the back, right? All of this, when we talk about the dhahir of something, meaning its apparent part. So mudaharatu al-mushrikeen, meaning wanting to see them be apparent and uppermost, wanting them to be, normally we want their kufr to be hidden. Okay, you can be around, but your kufr needs to be hidden. So to make their kufr apparent and open, and to assist them, wa mu'awanatuhum, from ayn, waw, noon, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, meaning like aun, asta'inu, right? Nasta'in, from the same root as that, and assisting and aiding them, ala al-muslimin, to assist and aid them to be uppermost and to have their kufr presented. Wa mu'awanatuhum ala al-muslimin, and they're helping them, assisting them against the Muslims. Ala here means against, doesn't mean on, meaning to help them against the Muslims. وَالدَّلِيلُ قَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى, and the evidence is his statement, the Most High: وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّاهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ, and whoever takes them as walis, yatawallahum, whoever yatawallahum, whoever takes them as walis, meaning friends and helpers and protectors, فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ, then he is from them. Whoever does that from you, then he is from them, right? Inna Allaha, verily Allah, la yahdi, does not guide, al-qawm al-zalimin, al-qawm maf'ulun bihi mansub, he does not guide a wrongdoing or oppressive people. Mudaharat al-mushrikeen, يعني مظاهرات المشركين, right? يعني, it means أن يكون ظاهرا لهم, meaning assisting and aiding them. ومؤيدا لهم, and it's the same word again, from, you look it up, Alif, Ya, Dal. I don't know how it just wrote like that, but it did. Alif, Ya, Dal. That's how you would look it up, that word. And again, it means aiding and assisting. Right? Lahum. To be helping and aiding them and assisting them. ضد المسلمين. ضد meaning against or opposite. ضد is opposite. For instance, كبير ضد الصغير. Right? جميل ضد قبيح. Right? Small is opposite of big, or big is opposite of small. Beautiful is opposite of ugly, so on and so forth. Right? ضد. So ضد means opposite or against. Right? In opposition to. Right? Al-Muslimin. To assist them and to aid them against or in opposition to the Muslims. وَيُعِينَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ وَيُعِينَ. And again, this is from Ayn Waw Noon. Again, all these words are very similar. وَيُعِينَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ. And to help them against the Muslims. To help the mushrikeen عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ against the Muslims. Right? Whether it be selling weapons to them to fight the Muslims or actually helping them in the fight. هذا والعياذ بالله ناقدا من نواقض-ul-Islam. هذا, this, والعياذ بالله, and refuge is sought in Allah. ناقدا is a nullifier. من نواقض-ul-Islam, from the nullifiers of Islam. وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. And whoever from amongst you takes them as a wali, as a friend and a helper, protector, aider, assister, all those things, when you look up the Noble Quran, you'll see it in big parentheses, maybe 10 words. فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. Then verily he's from them. عندنا تولي كفر وموالاة ليست بكفر وإنما فسق. عندنا تولي كفر. We have this, what's called tawalli. It's kufr. Just tawalli is what we're talking about, taking them as friends and helpers and protectors. And we have muwala. Muwala. Right? Laysat bi kufrin. Laysat bi kufrin. It's not kufr. Wa innama fisq. It's only or nothing but. Again, this word means innama, only, nothing but. Fisqun. Right? Fisq, which is like a transgression or a sin. Right? We have indana, we have tawalli, taking them as a friend and a helper and a protector. Kufran, this is kufr. Muwala, we have this muwala, and he's going to explain what that is. Laysat bi kufran, innama fisqun. It's not kufr, meaning it doesn't take you outside of Islam, rather it's just a sin. Al-muwala muhabbat al-kafir min ajli dunyahu. Muhabba. محبة الكافر مضاف مضاف إليه من أجل دنياه دنياه. To love a kafir, min ajli, meaning for the sake of or for the purpose of dunyahu, his dunya, meaning his stuff in the dunya. You love him for something in the dunya. For instance, you love Michael Jordan because he can slam dunk a ball like nobody else, right? Or you love a certain race car driver because he's fat. Whatever the case is, you love him for the sake of the dunya, not because he's a kafir. If he was a Muslim, you wouldn't love him, right? Because he's a Buddhist or a Christian, then you love him even more. No, not that. That's tawalli. That's wanting to see his religion uppermost. But you like him for the sake min ajli dunyahu. Mithlu. Like, for example, right? Like. An yuhibba al-kafira min ajli anna maskanahu maskanahu wasi'un, right? Mithlu, like for example, an yuhibba al-kafira, like he loves a kafir min ajli, for the sake of, or from the point of view of, whatever, however, right? For the purpose of, anna, that, maskanahu, his house, wasi', is big, it's spacious. He got a nice house. You look at John Travolta's house, and he don't just have a driveway, he's got a runway, because he's got 3 airplanes in his driveway. Man, that's nice. But that don't make you love him for it, right? But if you did love him for it because of that, and you went around bragging and boasting how cool John Travolta is because of his runway, this is fisq. It's one thing to like his house, another thing to go bragging and boasting about him. أو لأن ماله كثير, or because لأن ماله, again making the noun mansub, لأن ماله كثير, or because his money is a lot. So you took Warren Buffett as one of your role models because how much money he has. This is fisq, it's not kufr. أو لأن تنظيمه الإداري, تنظيمه الإداري, تنظيمه الإداري, meaning tanzim from noon la mim, right? Meaning his nazama or tanzim has to do with his organizational skills. Al-Idari. Mathalan, Al-Idari is from Dal Waw Ra, meaning to idara, like someone who's a mudir. It comes from the same word as mudir, right? Mudir, like the one in charge. So like tanzimahu al-idari, like his management skills, his management organization skills. Jayyidun, because his skills are good, meaning he can organize things well. He's a good leader, right? So you like Donald Trump because you feel he is organizing things, whatever the case. Or you like Barack Obama because you felt he was organizing, or Bill Clinton, or whatever leader there is, right? That's a kafir, because you felt he was a good leader, right? فَتُحِبُّهُ, تحبه. So you love him. فحبك لهذا الكافر. So your love. فحبك لهذا الكافر. For this kafir. مجرور because of the li. Muwala. Muwala. Fisq. This love that you have is called muwala. It's not tawalli, the type of thing that makes you want to make him the uppermost because of his kufr and you want to help his kufr against the Muslims. Rather, you like his house or his money or his organizational skills, his management directions, whatever. This is muwala. This type of love that you have is called muwala, and it's fisq. It's a sin. Lakin hubbul amali, lakin hubba, because of the lakin, hubbul amali hada, the love of this action of tanzim, right? This organization, right? For instance, and this is the case, if you live in the Middle East, you will appreciate the organization of the West. Maybe right now you don't appreciate the organization of the roads and the order of how they do things. When you go to a government building, you take a number, you wait your turn, you get called in turn. And very few people get jumped ahead in line, right? Here, everybody jumps ahead. There's no organization. No one takes a number, right? They never refill those number reels because no one ever takes a number, right? So you would say, man, in America, man, they got good organization. That's one thing. But you love, the Secretary of State because of their organization, then this is something different. ولكن حب الأمل, the love of the action, هذا, this action, التنظيم, this order, أو حب السيارات الفارهة. حب again is mansub after the lakin here.
Is that a shut over the breath?
It should be a shut, yes.
Okay.
But I can't draw a shut.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just wondering. I know you're saying hubba.
Hubba, no.
Okay.
A sayara, right? A car. Fariha, from fa ra ha, meaning to be like some fancy car or something like that, right? Some fancy whatever, fancy, something along those lines, to be a fancy car or whatever, a nice car, fancy car. Let me see if I can find a good word for it. It just says, a nice car. That's all it says, right? Something sweet, some nice car. وَنَحْوَ وَذَلِكَ. وَنَحْوَ, we're going to say nahwa here because of the lakin. Similar, still there. حُبَّ الْعَمَلِ وَحُبَّ السَّيَّارَةِ وَنَحْوَ ذَلِكَ. And similar. Nahwa means in similar or like. I have my pen working pretty good. Now it's all back to junk. La ba's. La ba'sun. Meaning there's no problem with loving the action. Loving the order. Loving the nice car. Right? Things like that, no problem. Al-maqsood. We say this is from qasd. Qaf, sad, dal. The intention here, the goal, the thing that they're talking about, أنك تحب هذا الكافر. أنك تحب هذا الكافر. Kafir is mansub after tuhib. It's the object of your love. Right? It's okay to love the action, no problem. The problem is that you love the kafir itself, himself. Any questions so far?
السيارة what's that فرحت
Farihati.
فرحتي
Sariyati, siyarati, because it's mudaf ilayh. Hubb as-siyara, love of a car. Al-farihati, it's majroor just like siyara, the noun that is describing.
okay.
And I want after and يحب الكافر من أجلي or أجلين أجلين.
أجلين.
You know,
أجلين.
it's definitely going to be majroor, right? But the problem is, for me, is it going to be the problem that I've never heard anyone say min ajlin, but yeah, I think it's just ajli without the noon, without the tanween. Min ajli. I don't think it's gonna be a tanween. Allah knows best.
طيب.
من أجلي.
Yeah, min ajli. I've never heard anyone say min ajlin. Right? Let's see if I can find it written somewhere. Let me see here. I mean, it would make sense that it would be a tanween because it's a noun, right? And you can put an alif lam on it and all of that, but I've never heard it in this dictionary. I can't get it vowelized with the min ajli like that. Let me see. But it's definitely going to be min ajli with a kasra. But is it going to be with a tanween? Like I said, it makes sense, but I've never heard it. And in the Hans where it only has a kasra, it doesn't have a tanween. But that could be due to a shortcoming in transliteration or something, you know.
طيب. No problem.
That's a good homework though. Min ajli or min ajlin. Just look in the Quran real quick, huh? Let's see if it's in there. Well, no, it's min ajli. It says in the beginning of Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah number 32, min ajli dhalika katabna ala bani Israila annahu man qatala nafsan bighayri nafsin aw fasadin fil ardi faka'annama qatala an-nas jami'an. Right? That because of that, min ajli, because of that, katabna, we wrote for Bani Israel, for the children of Israel, that whoever killed a soul not for another soul, meaning not because they killed someone else or because of they were spreading, you know, facade, mischief, and chaos in the earth, right? Then it is as if they killed all the people. So in the Quran it has min ajli without the tanween.
And ajalin is a different word. Huh?
Yeah, ajal is a different word with a fatha on the jim. Then that's a different. That means like a life, an appointed term or a lifespan, and like that.
No, I'll tell you.
Like min aj with a sukoon on the jim. Well, he says, وَإِعَانَتُكْ i'anatuk, i'anatuk. From the word aun, ista'inu, right? i'anatuk, and your help, right? And your help. لهذا الكافر, لهذا الكافر, for this kafir, for this disbeliever. من أجل أن يقتل في المسلمين, أن يقتل في المسلمين, right? And your help, assistance and aid for this kafir, because or for the sake or for the purpose of him fighting or killing, yaqtulu, and we said that it would be yuqatilu, would be to fight. Here we mean to kill, right? To kill the Muslims, right? Oh, yuqa'u النكاية بهم, yuqa'u نقاية بهم. This yuqa'u is yuqa'u. It could be yuqa'a after an as well, right? And yuqa'a, that's probably better, right? Yeah, because of the n. But you could say yuqa'u, but it's going back. Min ajli an yuqa'u, right? Or yuqa'a, because of this phrase right there. So it's going back and referring to do that, right? Oh, yuqa'u an-nikaya. An-nikaya. Oh, huh? I said it again.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well, I said it because I don't see the N in front of it, but it should go back to that and be min ajli an yuqa'a, from waqa'a, meaning, huh?
You want to carry over?
Yeah, but I'm saying yuqa'a, it should be, this is from waw, qaf, ayn, meaning to fall on or to happen to, right? To fall on, happen to, right? As Al-Albani used to say, "Man waqa'a fil bid'ah la waqa'a bid'ah alay." Whoever falls into innovation, it doesn't mean innovation falls on him. Meaning, if someone does an innovation, doesn't make him an innovator, right? Man waqa'a fi kufr la waqa'a kufr alay. Whoever falls into kufr doesn't mean kufr falls on him, right? So this waqa'a rather means to happen. Whoever does something doesn't mean that or falls on something, into something, doesn't mean that falling on, what, right? So أو يوقع النكاية nikaya with a kasra here, right? Meaning from noon, kaf, ya, meaning damage or harm, bihim. So, or so that some damage will happen to them, bihim. Kufrun. This is kufr. So, in order that he kill the Muslims or cause some damage to them, right? Cause some harm to them. This is kufr, right? They manufacture guns and you sell guns to the people who you know are fighting the Muslims, right? Or whatever the case might be. Whatever, I mean, you know, whatever the scenario could be, that it would be haram.
Could you say kafara?
You could say kafara, he disbelieved.
Okay.
But the actual thing here, kufr, is going to be better. Why? Because وَإِعَانَتُكَ لِهَذَا الْكَافِرِ. And then all of this is going to be in parentheses. What do you mean, i'anatuk? Meaning that you're helping him kill the Muslims or causing them harm. I'anatuk lihadha al-kafir kufrun. Your help of this kafir is kufr.
No.
وتصحيح دينهم وتصحيح تصحيح دينهم مضاف مضاف إليه. And tasheeh meaning to say that their deen is sahih, like we have tasbih, tahmeed, to say subhanallah, to say alhamdulillah, right, to glorify Allah, to praise Allah here. Tasheeh, to make it authentic, right, their religion, deenihim. Mithlu and yuqala, mithlu and yuqala, an-nasrani lahu,
And you call
and yuqala because of n. It would be and yaqulu normally, but here it's yaqula and yaqula. I said it wrong. Yaqula. I said it yuqalu. Yuqala. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And yaqula. And yaqula, that he says an-nasrani, which is the singular of Nasara. Nasrani would be one Christian, right? Lahu deenahu, for him is his religion. Wa ana li deeni, and for me is my religion. Meaning he can have his religion. He's okay. He has his religion. I have my religion. There's no problem with that. An-Nasrani. Lahu deenahu.
Lahu.
Lahu, for him.
Yeah.
Deenuhu. Right? Deenuhu. For him is his religion. Wa ana li deeni, and for me is my religion. Hada wal iyadhu billah kufrun. This is kufr. لأنه في ناقد الثالث, because it في الناقد الثالث, in the third nullifier, من لم يكفر المشركين أو شك في كفرهم أو صحح مذهبهم كفر. Because in the third nullifier we read, and whoever doesn't declare the mushrikeen to be disbelievers, yukaffir, and it's majzoom because of the lam. Man lam yukaffir al-mushrikeen, he doesn't call the mushrikeen disbelievers. Aw shakka fi kufrun, or he doubts in their disbelief. Aw sahhaha madhhabahum, or he authenticates and verifies their way. Kafara, he disbelieved. Yani, meaning yaqulu, he says, deenuhu sahih. Deenuhu sahihun, his religion is sound, authentic. Wa ana deeni sahih, and me, my religion is sahih. His religion is sahih, my religion is sahih. Naqulu, we say la, we say no. Deenuhu batil. Deenuhu batilun, his religion is falsehood. Deenuhu batil. Allahu yaqulu ومن يبتغي غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه. And whoever seeks, ومن, whoever, يبتغي, I know the meaning, I don't know the root. 1 second. يبتغي, it means to seek, right? And whoever seeks. Right now, I know we had this word before, but right now, it's escaping my mind. 1 second. The word, because of that attack. 1 second. Okay, I got it.
Yabagi.
Huh?
Tabagi.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
it's gonna be
boogie.
from ba gain ya. Naam. Ba gain ya. Baga.
Okay.
But this
Baga.
is form
Bagi.
8. That with that ta in there makes it form 8. Right? Yabtaghi, whoever, yabtaghi, whoever. And this would be normally with a ya after that gain, but this man makes it a shart. It makes it conditional. Right? It makes it conditional. And whoever seeks. Right? So we're talking about a condition here. If someone seeks ghayra, they're seeking what? غير الإسلام, other than Islam. مفعول به ده غير منصوب. دينا, as a religion, seeks other than Islam as a religion. فلن يقبل منه, then it will never be accepted from him. Len, we said, is a negation of the future with a present tense verb, right? فلن يقبل, and it makes it mansub. And lan, idhin, and k. Those 4 words are the particles that make the present tense verb mansub. فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ, then it will never be accepted from him. Whoever seeks a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted from him. Any questions?
لا.
We go back up top then. Abu Tahir.
الثامن مظاهرة المشركين ومعاونتهم على المسلمين ودليل قوله تعالى ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. مظاهرة المشركين يعني أن يكون ظاهرا لهم ومؤيدا لهم ضد المسلمين.
مؤيدا هكذا.
مؤيدا لهم ضد المسلمين ويعين المشركين المسلمين. هذا والعياذ بالله ناقد من نواقض الإسلام. ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم. إننا تولى كفر، وموالاة ليست بكفر فإنما فسق. الموالاة محبة الكافر من أجل دنياه، مثل أن يحب الكافر من أجل أن مسكنه واسع، أو لأن ماله كثير، أو لأن تنظيمه الإداري جيد، فتحبه فحبك لهذا الكافر موالاة فسق. لكن حب العمل هذا التنظيم أو حب السيارة الفارهة ونحو ذلك لا بأس. المقصود أنك تحب هذا الكافر، وإعانتك لهذا الكافر من أجل أن يقتل في المسلمين أو يقع النكاية بهم كفر. وتصحيح دينهم مثل أن يقول النصراني له دينه وأنا لديني، هذا والعياذ بالله كفر، لأنه في الناقد الثاني من لم يكافر المشركين أو شك في كفرهم أو صحح مذهبهم كافر. يعني يقول دينه صحيح وأنا ديني صحيح، نقول لا، دينه باطل. الله يقول ومن يبتغي غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه.
عبد الله.
الثامن مطهرة المشركين ومعاونتهم على المشركين، والدليل قوله تعالى ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. مطهرة المشركين يعني أن يكونوا طاهرا لهم ومؤيدا لهم ضد المسلمين، ويؤين المشركين على المشركين. هذا والعياذ بالله ناقدا من نواقض الإسلام.
ناقيدا, with a cut, with a kasr under the qaf,
ناقدا, okay. ناقدا من نواقض الإسلام. ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم. عندنا تولى كفر وموالى ليست بكفر وإنما فسق. الموالى محبة الكافر من أجل دنياه مثل أن يحب الكافر من أجل أن مسكنه واسع، أو لأن ماله كثير، أو لأن تنظيمه الإداري جيد فتحبه فحبك لهذا الكافر موالى فسق، لكن حب العامل هذا التنظيم أو حب سيارات الفارهات ونحو ذلك لا بأس. المقصود أنك يحب هذا الكافر، وإن آنتك لهذا الكافر من أجل أن يقتل في المشركين في المسلمين، أو يقع نكاية بهم كفرا، وتصحيح دينهم مثل أن يقول النصراني له دينه.
النصراني. No, Nasrani, that's a sukoon on the side.
Okay, Nasrani له دينه وأن لي ديني هذا.
Anna, Lee, not lay, Lee.
That's it.
Okay.
وأن لي
No.
ديني هذا والعياذ بالله كفر لأنه في الناقدة ثالث من لم يكفر المشركين أو شك في كفرهم أو صحح مذهبهم
مذهبهم.
أوكي مذهبهم كفر يعني يقول دينه صحيح وأن ديني صحيح نقول لا دينه باطل. الله يقول ومن يقتل غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه.
No. Now, as you were reading that just then, were you understanding it as you were reading it?
A little bit of it. I was concentrating on trying to get the pronunciation right.
Okay.
Words I know I've come across, I understand that, yeah.
Okay. I mean, to understand words is definitely a good thing, because words are part of the sentence, but you definitely want to understand the words together as part of it.
Yeah, getting there.
But it takes going over it, takes reading it throughout the day, takes writing down the definitions, looking them up again if you didn't write them down and don't remember.
Yep.
Okay, we can read a little bit. التاسع من اعتقد أن بعض الناس يسعه الخروج عن شريعة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كما وسع الخضر الخروج عن شريعة موسى عليه السلام فهو كافر. Number 9, whoever believes that some of the people, it's permissible for him to go outside the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, just like it was permissible for Khadir to go outside the Sharia of Musa alayhi salam. فَهُوَ كَافِرٌ. Then he's a disbeliever. Because we know that every prophet before was sent to his own people. Muhammad was sent to all mankind. So no one can go outside the Sharia of Muhammad. Whereas before there were prophets and possibly messengers at the same time, but in different places. Right? يعني هذا الكلام أن شريعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم شريعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم شاملة, right? شاملة للجميع. شاملة Sheen, Meme, Lam, meaning basically all inclusive, meaning it covers and includes Lil Jamia, everybody. Al Jamia, Lil Jamia, meaning it's Shamilato, it's inclusive and all inclusive Lil Jamia, for everyone. La farqu or la farqa بين شريف ووضيع. لا فرق. نعم لا فرق. There's no difference. لا فرق. Between الشريف, meaning the person who is noble and high, ووضيع. وضيع from waw, dad, ain, meaning and the low person, the poor person, the common person, not the one doesn't have noble lineage, right? ولا بين عابد وفاجر. And there's no difference between the one who is a worshipper, an abid, wafajir, and the sinner, or someone who does fujur, which is corruption and sin and all of that, right? Similar to fasiq. فَلَوْ قَالَ شَخْصٌ مَثَلًا فَلَوْ. So if a person were to say, right, shakhsun, a person were to say, mathalan, for example, ana, I, saqattu, this is a hard word to say because of the two tas, saqattu anni as-salat, anni as-salat, or saqat, we would say that, that's better, saqatat, it could be this, saqatat, because we're talking about salat, right? Saqatat, meaning it took, saqat, sin, qaf, ta means to fall, like you actually fall, right? Like if a person were to fall, saqat, it fell, like it fell off the table, right? As-salat. Saqatat, we'll just say saqatat, it should be with a sukoon there. Saqatat, because of salat is feminine. Ana, saqatat anni as-salat. Salat fell off from me, meaning I don't have to pray. لأني وصلت إلى مرتبة عالية في الدين. Because I reached, أنا وصلت, وصل, to reach, إلى مرتبة, to a level, عالية, high, في الدين. هذا من نواقض-ul-Islam. This is from the nullifiers of Islam. سقطت عني الصلاة. I don't have to pray. Salat fell off from me, meaning as an obligation. We'll stop here with just a half a minute left, and that way we don't go overboard and too long on you, and we'll just pick up reading from there tomorrow, and inshallah we'll finish soon. Cool?
Inshallah.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.